for something exciting to read while you enjoy some sugary cereal?
Yeah!
Then grab a copy of Mighty Mascots from Alterna Comics. Born from the ashes of a disastrous 3D printing accident, 8 living advertisements have banded together to right the wrongs of this world, led by a former child star. These unlikely heroes are freaks to some, but you will know them as the Mighty Mascots. The miniseries is 3 issues, full color, and printed on glorious newsprint. This is the fun superhero series that you didn't know you needed. Created and written by Keith Gleason, featuring artwork by Ian Morianto, and colors by Anton Bondi.
Ahoy, can't wait for more!
Mighty Mascots is part of your complete breakfast and comic book reading experience. Only from Alterna Comics.
Hey, everybody. It's Wednesday, and you know what that means. Another episode of Indie Comics Relay. My name is Keith Gleason, creator of Mighty Mascots. With me, as always, is my co-host, my good friend here, Johnny C. How's it going, bud?
I can't wait for more.
It's funny you say that. This whole weekend, I was going nuts. I had this idea to make a new trailer because I finished finally issues 4, 5, and 6 of the Mighty Mascots, and this storyline is like about evil video game mascots. So I made this could be my best editing work I've ever done, Johnny. I want to get your opinion on this trailer. So
let's have a look.
All right, so this is a premiere of the Mighty Mascots Bite the Dust preview trailer, and it's done in the form of an 8-bit video game.
Oh, this is interesting.
So, and this is all edited in my crappy Sony Vegas software from like 2008. So,
dude, I use Windows Movie Maker, so you're a step ahead of me. All right.
And then after we premiere, we got some great guests tonight, so we'll bring those guys in right after.
I can't wait for tonight's guests. It's going to be a huge episode full of stories.
It's going to be fun. Yep. All right, so let's get this over. It's about 1 minute and 20 seconds. So let me add this to the
roll that footage. Here. Wow! Off the bat, I'm psyched.
All right, here we go.
Let's go!
Game not over.
Yeah!
What do you think, Johnny?
Dude, that is awesome!
Just like you're watching like an old 8-bit like RPG or something.
I was having flashbacks to Punch-Out. I love it.
Little Mac training montage.
Yeah, for real. Oh, dude, that came out so good. Did you illustrate all the 8-bit stuff yourself?
You can get like pixel generators out there. So I went through a bunch of them. I found one that actually got the real look of like those old video games intact. And then the rest was just, editing like text and, that kind of stuff, but it came out. I impressed myself, and I was just like, wow, this came out really good,
that came out so good. Yeah, you'll have to.
I can't wait to show Pete it. I think Pete's gonna love it.
Yeah, well, if he hasn't seen it already, right?
Yeah, right. All right. Well, so enough of us, right?
Yeah. Tonight's guests are some of the wildest guys I've ever met. They're good friends. They've done
always a joy to see at the conventions.
Always a joy. Always followed by a smoke cloud. These guys have done the most in indie comics in the least amount of time that I think they've been operating. They are just kind of really aggressively putting forward their story, their brand. They're marketing like crazy. But you know what? Don't let me tell you about it. Let's bring them in.
Yeah. So we got with us Jeff Homan. Hey, Jeff. Good to see you,
man.
My man.
Nice to see you guys.
Yeah, definitely. And we got Ben Bartlett.
What's up, everybody?
Ben Bartlett. Yeah, what's going on?
Go ahead, Johnny. I want you to keep talking about us because I was actually enjoying that.
You didn't pay him, right? You didn't.
No. I'm just their best hype man. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah. So hey guys, we finally were able to get you on the show. It's been like 3 months since we talked about Right. I mean, the show's been taken off. It's been nuts. So, it's awesome,
Well, that's excellent. Yeah. Congratulations on that.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. And the one thing we always ask our guests right off the bat is and then I'll have, both of you guys give me your answers, but how, what was the comic or, show or movie that you saw when you were younger that put you on this path to actually wanting to make comics and get into this industry?
Huh. Yeah. Well,
sorry.
I like that answer.
I'm going to tell you, I grew up, reading comics. Yeah. I spent my summers at a camp in Maine with no electricity. So we read a shitload of comics, but never in a million years did I ever think that I would make one.
Mm.
Never.
When was that? When did that transition happen where you were like, I can actually do this?
We came up with a crazy idea, and it actually started as a book. Actually,
like a novel, like an actual novel.
Well, it started with apparel and T-shirts first.
Okay,
and then we realized that we needed
all the way back though. It was 26 years ago.
Okay,
we designed a T-shirt about cannabis and all its positive effects, but back then we didn't have the internet.
Okay.
You had AOL,
right.
But
4 hours to load up a picture.
Yeah, I was going to say it took you 20 minutes to get a topless photo of Sandra Bullock. So
right. And then when you got it, you knew it was doctored because there was no way they were that perky.
I know, right?
And if you wanted to see porn, you went to the video store and you had to look in their little black book.
Yeah.
Right? Behind the black curtains.
Yeah.
But that's where it started, and we went on vacation just over 3 years ago with our wives down to St. Lucia.
Four.
Is it 4 years now?
4.
Are you sure?
Yep.
2018.
Like a bickering old couple. I love it.
We were on vacation in 2017. I'm sorry. No, it was 2018.
No, it wasn't.
Are you sure?
We filed for our trademark in 2017.
See, that's what happens when you get old. You forget when time is. Jeff's right. So it was 4 years ago, and we were sitting on the beach and down in St. Lucia and hooked up with a prominent family and got some cannabis and had some drinks, and we were chatting about the T-shirts that we had done. And I don't know how it came up, but Jeff and I, we were like, the two biggest things going right now are zombies and cannabis. And we could use zombieism to actually help spread the medicinal aspect of what cannabis can really do for people. And go ahead, Jeff.
Oh, is it my turn?
Well, he asked you the question, man. I just cut you off like I always do.
So it started with more of like a marketing idea. Almost.
Well, right.
Yeah.
So we wanted to redo the T-shirts and, thinking of a name and this, that, and the other. We came up with a name, which we'll get into.
Yeah. Definitely.
Okay.
The origins of that.
That's a big, long story. A loaded question, even.
The thing that we realized.
Is this show rated R?
It is. You can say whatever you want.
Yeah.
All right. So the thing that we realized,
shit.
You need something to associate it to. So we started to write. and we were writing in novel form as a book.
Okay.
And I forget who it was, but somebody read what we had written and said,
Your
"This would make
brother.
a great." Was it Jimmy?
Your brother Jimmy.
Yeah. So this would make a great comic.
No. He said after he read it, "You guys are truly fucked in the head, but this would be a great comic."
Yeah.
That's exactly what he said.
Right. We knew nothing about comics.
Okay.
So we did some research, we did some check, and we're like, "Nah, fuck it, we can do this."
Can I ask a very personal question right at this second?
Sure.
How old were you both when you said, "Fuck it, we can make a comic book"?
Well, 4 years ago,
If you don't mind giving your ages, please do that so I can make a point.
I was 45.
53.
45 and 53. Stan Lee was 40 years old when he created Spider-Man. It's never too late to get started. These guys are the proof in the pudding. There you go.
I'm glad that you said that, Johnny, because, we had no friggin' clue what we were doing. We released the premiere issue 8x10 on 80 bright newspapers so you could silly putty the pages, because to us, that's what comics were, the golden era style,
Yeah.
We said, "Oh, come on, we got to go do events, man." So we went out and we did our first event, and we met this super amazing cat named Johnny C.
Which event was that?
And he had coffee with him. So instantly I fell in love with him.
Which show was that?
That was Granite City.
Granite City.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. How long have you guys known each other?
About 34 years.
34
no
years.
Kidding.
Yeah.
Oh wow. So you guys have been friends since you were little kids, huh?
I moved in next door to him. What an asshole.
Yeah. He calls me an asshole because at that time I was 14 years old. I was sitting on the top of the shed behind my house, and I was with a buddy of mine. We were smoking a joint, and I see these headlights come down the driveway next door, which is a back driveway. Just the houses were out on the main road.
And you're like, "Jesus, it's old man Homan."
No.
I was 23 at the time.
Yeah, he was 23. So he comes rolling down in his pickup truck, and he's wrestling this fucking dresser. I mean, he was wrestling this dresser out of the pickup. He was moving in. And my buddy says to me, "Should we give him a hand?" And I said, "Yeah, when we're done smoking this joint." So we puffed it up a little bit. He finally got it out of the truck, and I just hauled it over. "Hey, man, you want a hand?" And the rest is pretty much history.
Wow.
We became really good friends. I went to work for him and his dad for fucking 18
many years.
20 years. I worked in the construction industry. So he basically was my mentor in construction.
Yeah. I used to have to walk next door and grab him by the foot and haul him out of bed just to go to fucking work.
That was back in the day, though. That was back in the day. I don't drink anymore, so you don't have to drag me out of bed.
Awesome. Yeah. So, all right. So let's get into, since it's like a long story. What is the origin behind the name?
So, what is the name and what was the name?
Okay, the name is Toking with the Dead. Toking with the Dead. Toking with the Dead.
Oh, nice.
Nobody wants to see your junk.
Hey. Put it away, Giuliani. It's not that kind of show.
But originally it was The Toking Dead.
Okay.
That's how it was released.
But a really well-known comic creator and the company that he released his TV show from
they didn't
took issue with that.
Well, we filed for our trademark.
In 2017.
August 2017. Within 3 weeks, we received a cease and desist. We said, "Go fuck yourself."
Okay. And this is, now, we all know who this is. We're talking about AMC. Now, did it come from AMC or was it from Kirkman?
It came from AMC.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, because at that
nobody
time,
tells me what I can and cannot do.
What season was Walking Dead on at that point? Because I think their highest ratings were around season 3 or 4.
Yeah, they were.
I was going to say they went down the shitter after season 3.
I think.
Yeah, of course. That's when I jumped.
So I think
it was
like
7 or 8.
7 or 8. Yeah.
Yeah, it was 7 or 8.
So it was still probably very lucrative for them. I could see why.
It was very lucrative for them in many respects because, I mean, don't get me wrong, it was a great show in its time, at the beginning. But when they started going to the, people killing people and less of the zombie aspect, it became just another shit show.
Yeah.
But they actually solidified trademarks in just about every single category that's humanly possible.
With some variation of like
whether they were doing it or not.
They were buying the trademarks.
Oh, I believe that. Like I when they have a property like that, any studio or
the sad thing is when this all went down, we did a whole shitload ton of research, and there were dozens and dozens of trademarks.
Okay.
That were abandoned.
Okay.
The crawling dead, the running dead, the swimming dead, the golf, you fucking name it.
Okay.
Squished.
Yep.
I mean, the running dead was a 5K road race that was a non-profit.
And they had a trademark?
Where people would run and zombies would chase them out of the woods.
I remember that.
Great idea.
Yeah.
Leave them alone, man. What the fuck is your problem?
Yeah.
So you're saying that AMC went after all of these people?
They all received those letters, yes.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. So
anybody? So did they serve up George Romero too?
They actually dug up George Romero and they served him the papers.
From what I understand, the original the original name of The Walking Dead
comic
book.
Okay.
Was not The Walking Dead. It was
Night of the Living Dead.
Night of the Living Dead or something like that.
And Romero stepped up and said, "No fucking way."
Stepped in and said, "Fuck you, you can't do that."
Okay.
So what they did is they reverted back to the 30s, which was the Boris Karloff movie, The Walking Dead. It was never trademarked, and they fucking snagged it.
Gotcha.
And then another movie came out in 1993.
The Walking Dead.
The Walking Dead.
About the
which
Vietnam.
Is all about the Vietnam, right.
Squadron.
African Americans in the Vietnam War.
Right.
So what did they do with that?
They don't have the right.
Well, they didn't get the trademark. They didn't get the trademark until I want to say it was closer to 2000. Was when I started seeing like all the trademark application stuff that they had.
Okay.
Basically, what they were doing is they're squashing anything that has the blanking dead. Doesn't matter what it is or what it's associated with. Essentially, trying to create a monopoly within the industry.
And so they, and like you guys, it doesn't fall under parody law or anything like that.
We didn't want to be a parody.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not a parody.
Because you'd have to insert like weird comedy and stuff, force it in, right? If you did that.
Well,
they're just naturally funny.
Well, then,
when
you become a parody, you're automatically associated with that show.
Yeah.
Because you're a parody.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, you're a parody of Walking
We didn't want to do that. I mean, they even went to the point where they were claiming and accusing us that Old Red was too similar to Lucille.
Yeah, which Old Red, if you don't know, is a 5-foot bong with 4-foot bong with gutter spikes that stick out of it. Yeah, you've seen it at the show.
Yeah. Oh my God.
So when they hit us with that, I flipped it right back on them and I said, "Well, you're not the first one to use a baseball bat with barbed wire, because Hacksaw Jim Duggan used that shit."
Not in the 70s.
In the fucking it was 80s. In the 80s, he introduced that bat with the barbed wire, and then Mick Foley picked it up after him.
Yeah, that's true. Right. So paint a picture for us. Like, did you guys have to like go to like AMC headquarters and meet with all their? Oh, okay.
Everything was done online.
Okay.
We had multiple conference calls with their attorney and the trademark attorney.
Okay.
And let's back up a little bit. We got the trademark.
They wanted a number for us to go away.
Yeah.
They didn't like the number.
Before all that happened, we got the trademark from the USPTO, which means
trademark was approved.
Yeah. So
so you guys had some leverage here.
Well, so the trademark was approved, and
now it's getting good, right, Johnny?
Within a month of getting the trademark, we were opposed by AMC and Robert Kirkman's attorney.
Yes.
So we got hit with both of them.
That's when the opposition started.
My God, and it's basically Kirkman was just copying George Romero. It's like
It's
You know what I mean? Like,
it's like
he doesn't have like this unbelievably original concept. You know what I mean? Like,
here's a guy who's got the independent comic of the ages, right? It gets made into
and
a
now
TV
he's
show.
picking on independent creators.
Right? That's my point. It's like, dude, you've made the dream happen for yourself.
In my personal opinion,
and
he should have came out.
Down.
He should have came out and he should have said, "This is a fantastic idea. Let's collaborate and let's make something fucking happen."
Yeah.
Instead, he just tried to shut us up and fucking shut us down. Fuck you. Don't get going. But fuck.
Keith, that would be like us, like in the indie circles, shooting down our co-creators. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, people, it blows my mind.
Well, I mean, like Robert Kirkman, he started off as an indie guy, but now can you call him really indie now? I mean,
no, but I
you
mean,
know what I mean? Like,
a lot of
right.
How many people walk in fresh?
But indie's not one of them.
Yeah. So what happened from there? So you guys had
we spent 3 years.
3 years. Holy shit.
Yeah,
wow.
3 years battling.
How many conference calls was that? Was that like one every couple months, or?
I'll tell you,
like 4 or 5.
Oh wow. Okay.
It was thousands of hours of research and writing and trying to respond and answer to legal documents.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. We don't have the money for lawyers, so we did the best we could.
Right. What were you going to say, Johnny?
I was just going to say, through all of that, through all the legal battles, everything, these guys were still remaining creative. We're still hitting the convention circuit, and we're still plowing forward with their book, which is quite respectable. Most people, if they run into legal issues, it's like
they run away and hide.
Right. It's a fervent halt. No, you guys did the opposite. You guys ran towards it.
I will say this. It was like being ass raped by a cactus with no lube. Okay. What it did is it literally lit a fire.
Steel.
Yeah, right. It lit a fire under our asses to push this even further and harder than most people probably would have.
Yeah, it's almost like you gotta come back stronger to just show them, like, we're go
ahead.
No, I was gonna say, hey, we're creators too, and we have a property that we're trying to do. You know what I mean? Like,
well, what we did was we said, okay, this is publicity.
Yeah.
Okay.
All publicity's good, whether it's bad or good.
I hop on my computer and I send a message to TMZ. Well, they picked the fucking story up.
Awesome.
Which essentially,
that's fantastic. Now, did that help?
Went all across the country and all across Canada.
Awesome. Now, did that help in the war against these guys?
No.
No.
No, but it let everybody know that we existed.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I mean, basically, it boils down to the USPTO gave us the trademark.
Okay.
Refused to have our back
because they were supposed to do their job and make sure that it didn't conflict. We lost the trademark last year. So wait,
did they just take it away?
What happens is it goes to the TTAB,
which is a class of the USPTO. It's a way to cover your ass and basically take people's money.
The USPTO took no responsibility.
So
zero.
They gave you guys the trademark, but then they were like, "Oh, I'm sorry, this, we can't keep this now."
Right.
TTAB, because they didn't do the research.
Well, the TTAB is a trademark trial and appeal board.
Okay.
They're the ones who took it away.
Okay.
But
anytime a dispute comes out, it goes to these guys, and then they decide whether the trademark holds or not. Is that is that accurate? Yeah. Okay.
Basically, they did. Kirkman's lawyers did a survey, which was a controlled survey, and they got less than 16% of the populace that they controlled to say that it could have been confusing. could. Was
that was the one factor that we lost the trademark.
So
that's why we lost the trademark.
The 8 million other zombie movies and shows that are out there aren't confusing to The Walking Dead, but this one that's clearly nothing like The Walking Dead is going to be confusing.
Do you know why?
Two things I like
Freaking lawyers, man.
Yeah, but do you know why?
Lawyers.
Because we were trademarking it.
Right. Because you weren't just like
line.
right. Because then they get right into it with you, and they probably smelled blood in the water because you guys didn't have lawyers, right? So they're like, oh, we're gonna just push these guys around, you know. I could see AMC doing that.
I'll
with
tell
like
you, for anybody out there listening, apply for your trademark, because if we didn't have the trademark,
okay,
and they found out about us, it would have been a civil suit.
Oh, interesting. Because that protected you in a way.
It protected us.
In a way.
There was no monetary exchanges.
Okay.
Right.
You follow me?
Yeah. So they almost looked at it like, well, it was more like the trademark office's fault for giving it to you.
Right.
And you guys were kind of almost like a victim of that in a way.
Right. Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say, number one, you wouldn't take the money, so they hypothetically theorizing, they probably greased some palms at that board and helped kind of move things along, right?
Well,
and again, that's just a theory. I can't say that that's what happened, but
that's what I believe.
Right. 2, you don't make friends sometimes when you have a very successful idea or concept on your hands, and you have a successful idea or concept on your hands when enemies start coming after you.
Correct.
And there you are, right?
Well, we knew we had something as soon as we received that letter.
Yeah.
It's almost like you have like a little shield against these gigantic giants coming at you.
Well, AMC has been in court battles ever since they started.
Yeah, because they're one of the many. Never mind. I'm not going to get into AMC. I don't really.
We give them enough.
They can keep rerunning the same shit over and over again.
I'm still considering starting another business.
Okay.
Called AMC. American Medical Cannabis. Fuck you.
Yes, I like that. Let them know if they're infringing on your brand.
What about this? Toking Bad. Like you could do like.
Or
Better Call. I don't know.
A high school English teacher who decides to start growing weed. I like that.
And makes the best weed because he's a science teacher.
Well, the thing is we could have saved The Walking Dead.
No, we couldn't have. That show was gone after 3. Nice try.
If they played their cards right.
Well, it's like there's the thing with Walking Dead, and the reason I dropped off after season 3. It's like when you have a storyline like that, all that can happen is, you have a governor type. Once he's gone, all they can do is make a worse guy that they have to fight in the next 2 seasons.
Right.
And it's like a rinse and repeat kind of formula, and it's like that's why people lose interest, because they're throwing the same story at you every season.
Right.
And people love what we're doing because it's ridiculously stupid.
Right, and you're doing something different with it, right?
I like Harry's suggestion in the chat. He goes, "Look who's toking."
Yeah.
Right.
There you go.
Well, yeah,
you can have the cannabis talking, Look Who's Talking movie.
Well, these guys have the Ziphids, so they kind of already have talking cannabis.
Nice.
Well, wait a minute. We don't have the Ziphids. We have a short story that started in issue 2, done by Bill Diamond, called The Ziphid Zombies, which are supposed to be cannabis plants that are alive,
right?
But that is developing.
It's developing. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, before we get into that, I wanted to just wrap up this AMC thing real quick.
Didn't we do that? I told you. I told you the whole cactus, no lube. I mean, I summed it up real quick.
Okay. No, I just wanted to. So, how did they resolve it? What was the last interaction?
The very last interaction we had was from Kirkman's lawyers.
Yep.
Okay.
After we changed the name.
After we lost the trademark and we changed the name.
Okay, so that's where Still Toking, or what was it?
No,
Toking with the Dead.
Toking with the Dead came
Yeah.
from.
Okay.
Right.
We received an email. Basically, it said that, as you are well aware, you have lost your trademark. We see that you have changed the name to Toking with the Dead, and my client has informed me to close the file on this case.
Fucking assholes.
Interesting. So the big thing was they didn't want it called the Toking Dead.
Right.
Correct.
Right.
I'm still gonna call it that. I mean,
You know what? Everybody calls us the Token Dead dudes.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's
you
hard
guys
not
win in
to
the
when
end.
you guys have already established yourself as that. It's
Well-
it's like Baby Yoda. They could try to
Right.
tell him his name is Grogu. That's fucking Baby Yoda.
Right.
Johnny,
right.
They suggested we change it to the Dead Tokers.
Okay.
Fuck that.
Yeah, that's
Fuck you.
stupid. That does. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the bottom line
And
is,
if you look at the logo, it still looks the same.
Yeah. No, it does.
yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
if you didn't know
genius.
better, it would easily roll off the tongue that the old name. You know what I mean?
We were,
Right.
Just
we
because
were
aesthetically, it all looks the same.
we were very well prepared.
Yeah, I mean, from the day that we got the letter up until the time we lost the trademark, we fought the shit out of them. They spent a shitload of money. We just spent our time
Yeah.
And learned a
So-
lot.
and learned
Yeah,
a lot,
no,
you
that's
know.
good
So we kind of
because-
hit them in the pocket one way or another.
I'm glad you guys made them work for it. Put it that
Yeah,
way.
and I'm glad you guys are sharing it here because, like, you know,
Yeah.
indie creators that might run into this could,
Yeah, you know, and
learn
the
what
thing
to
is,
do to protect themselves a little bit. You know.
At the same time, behind the scenes, we were building a huge fan base because of our content, not because of our name, because of who we are. You
Right.
guys have seen us at shows. You
Yeah.
see how we interact with everybody.
Always
You know?
a party to see you guys at shows.
And
Always
that's the
fun.
other thing too, is that you guys have two solid communities that are backing you. You have the cannabis community and you have the comics community. And you're
Well-
kind of doing two conventions. You're doing the cannabis conventions and you're doing the comic conventions. So
Well,
you guys
now
are really
we're
getting
now we're involved with the horror conventions. We're involved with the music conventions, and
Wow.
we'll get into the rest of it. But we're going to be getting into entertainment conventions.
Well, there
Yeah,
you go. See,
yeah.
So you guys are really like most of us. We're just hitting Comic Cons because that's what we're
Right.
making. You guys are building a media empire. It's completely different, but comics are a big slice of that. Now, before we get to the media empire, I really would like to dig a little bit more into the comic stuff. You guys have 4 issues since 2017 when
Yeah,
you
here's
tried
all
to
the
file your
covers.
trademark. That is amazing. That's a lot of work in such a short amount of time. Can you talk a little bit about going from issue 1 to 1 to 4, and all the different creators, the different processes, the different people you worked with along the way?
Well, it's funny because
Oh, not that Sorry.
issue 1 was done by a fantastic artist. I'm just going to, Eric Yep did a great job. Problems occurred. We couldn't work together. Okay.
It's okay. It happens.
That's
that
okay.
stuff happens all the
So,
time. In
New
independent
artist for issue 2. Okay.
Well, wait a
Issue
minute.
2,
You left out the variant part of issue 1. That's big, especially on a show like this. Where did Johnny go? Time to pee?
Maybe.
No, quick. I'm just blowing my schnoz. And I didn't
Oh,
want to
I thought you had to pee or
You
something
want to
like
do it on camera, Johnny?
black screen and us, dude. What's up? We've seen you in worse states, brother. It's okay. So sorry, but before we jump to issue 2, we redid issue 1 because, like I said, we did Golden Era, so we released it with today's standards with the high def pages and things like that. Jeff thought I was fucking crazy, but I said we can sell advertising in this comic book, and he's like, "No way, no way." So in less than a week, we sold enough advertising and product placement to pay Joe St. Pierre to do the cover, the variant cover of issue 1,
I love
and
Joe.
have it re-released. So
That's
And if you don't
fantastic.
know-
Joe's awesome.
And if you don't know Joe St. Pierre, he did all of the hottest
Number one-
Spider-Man covers.
the number 1 selling Spider-Man covers in history.
and
Yes.
throughout the 90s. Yes.
The most, right? Like the
most number one selling cover. Yep, Spider-Man
Let me
covers.
let me bring up the screen here so we could show it again. And this is the one, the number one
left.
variant, right?
Number one variant. Yep. So that's a Joe St. Pierre cover, which has actually got his name in the step down by my feet back there.
Yep, and that's Jeff on the cover, right?
Yep, Jeff, me, and our
Piper.
And Piper.
And your Piper.
Yeah, all the covers are really good. Like this second one is great too.
All right, so go ahead, Jeff. Go into 2 because you started issue 2.
Okay, so issue 2, it's funny. We were doing, we did a show up in Vermont, and we met the meekest husband and wife that we've ever come across.
Yeah, that was fun.
Okay, we had a ball. She was knitting. Literally. Okay, she was knitting. And we loved his work. We became friends, even though we horrified them. And so Aaron Bolduck, we asked him to do all the artwork for issue number 2.
Okay. I know Aaron. He's done my show a couple times.
Okay, fantastic.
Artwork. Yeah.
All the interior artwork. Okay, fantastic job.
Yep.
The cover was done by Steve Levine from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yep.
Okay. And we do that for a reason. Number one, if you can get a name associated with the book, it's going to help.
Oh yeah.
It helps with marketing.
Yep.
Okay. I'll be honest with you. Steve's cover was great. We had Aaron enhance it. You know what I mean? Because it's just a little bit different. And actually, that's Nancy on the cover of issue 2.
We'll get into Nancy after.
Okay. So again, it was a up and coming artist that we wanted to use.
Okay.
Right.
For the interiors. Trying to promote new artists.
And Aaron's great. I can attest to that. I've seen his work. He's really good.
So issue number 3.
Okay, let me scroll down here.
Hey, Aaron, do you want to do issue number 3? Oh, fuck no. That's way too much work. Okay.
What did you put the artist through?
Well, he was pursuing his own stuff and,
Okay.
All right. So awesome. So here we are back on the hunt for an artist.
Okay.
So we found Salazar.
Marcelo
Salazar. He's from Brazil.
Okay.
Okay. Great work.
Okay.
Okay. Jay Moores did the cover.
That picture I just sent you, Keith, is for after. That's for after, when we get into the media stuff.
Okay, so Jay, we hired Jay to do the cover.
Okay.
Okay. Another fantastic artist.
Jay's awesome, yeah. First guest on Indie Comics Relay.
He was the very first guest on our show. That's correct.
And the most sexy.
Yeah.
And Jay is just incredible. He did a fantastic job with it. Again, issue number 3, Marcelo Salazar, fantastic work. Language barrier.
Tough to deal with. He was from Brazil.
Does not speak English.
Gotcha. So was it communication?
What challenges did you run into? Yeah. What challenges did you guys run into with that?
Trying to explain what we
the
wanted.
Storyboards.
We never ever talked to him on the phone.
Guys, look we got Don Chin in the chat tonight. You guys know who Don Chin is?
Tell us.
Nope.
He was a legend in the indie comics field. He used to do a book. He did one of the first really big parody books of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You guys ever hear of adolescent radioactive black belt hamsters?
Yes.
Yeah, that's him. That's Don Chin.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Wow. Awesome. Well, welcome, Don. Welcome to the shit show.
He says welcome. He says greetings from Humboldt County. So he's having a good time out there in the Green Triangle.
Yeah.
Right. So back to issue 2. That's when Bill Diamond started doing the Ziffits. You can see the diamond thing on the cover, and you actually on cover 3, you can see the 3 little Ziffits down
right here, right?
Yep. You know, and then it continued on to issue 4, and that will be an ongoing thing with all our comics that come forth. Now issue 4, I mean, granted, I love all the covers that we've had done, St. Pierre's and Levine's and Moore's. But issue 4, we found this cat over in the UK.
Okay.
Delmerge is his screen name. We won't give away his real name because he likes to be very private. Okay. But he opted in and did the interior of issue 4 for us. And he said, hey, guys, I want to try, I want to do the cover. And we were like, well, usually we try to get a bigger name. And he's like, let me give it a shot. And I'll tell you, he fucking blew this cover away. Blew this cover away.
This could be the best cover of the bunch.
I think it is the best cover. I mean, no offense to any of the other creators.
No, and that's what I mean.
But this one, it really catches the eye. I think it might be my favorite of the 4.
I mean, I like the name of it, Balls Deep, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, so that's the name of the issue. That's fantastic. Now let's take a look at some of the interior.
So now one important thing I wanted to ask you about was the production. How did the production at all change in the sense of like budget, timelines, things like that? Like, did you guys run into challenges that way?
Johnny, every artist we worked with was fucking late.
Yes, they were. Yes, they were.
Do you guys keep them on a schedule?
How did you guys deal with that?
Pressure.
Jeff would light a fire, and I would pull out the cactus.
Were you guys like, hey, it's a pandemic. I know you're not doing anything. Get those pencils going. Is that how you guys crack the whip?
I like to say that Ben is the Robert De Niro of indie comics, and Jeff is the Joe Pesci. So Ben walked in and was like, Are you talking to me? I don't see anybody else around here, so you're talking to me?
Get it fucking done.
Yeah, and then Jeff walked in and goes, you motherfucker, you wouldn't exist out here if it wasn't for me. Don't make me put your fucking head in a vice.
Yes, yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
The thing we understand is, we try to give the artist
free reign
on their artistic ability.
You have to, yeah. I mean,
you know what I mean?
You have to, otherwise it becomes a chore.
There's very little that, we dictate, you know what I mean, as far as what things are supposed to look like.
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? There are certain things it's like, no, that's just not going to fucking work.
Right. There's 3 major components that the artist has to implement no matter what. 1, my tattoos. They have to be correct. They can't just be right.
Yeah.
2, you better put Chucks on my feet, because if you put Nikes on my feet, I will fucking call you. And 3, go ahead, Jeff.
I've always seen them in Chucks.
3, I wear bunny slippers.
Oh, okay. So that it has to be in there.
It has to have the bunny slippers.
Yep.
Awesome.
And speaking of some of the, you're scrolling past, but some of the advertising that we offer. So not only is it cannabis, but we have Hellfire Radio now, which is a platform that we run on our podcast.
Oh, cool. Awesome.
They're number 3 for independent radio stations in the country.
Oh, wow. And you guys run your show through that?
It's rebroadcast as a podcast.
Oh, wow. Cool. Good for you guys. That's awesome.
Yeah. Okay, really, you can keep scrolling now.
Let's keep scrolling.
Yeah, I'm impressed. This artist was a great find. Really good work.
Yeah, and it's
I love that. I've actually seen that look on Ben's face before.
Yes, you have.
I think it was like 3 a.m. at Super Mega Fest.
Yeah, well, you were dancing around with a half-naked avatar.
Yes.
And you've seen that look on my face, I'm sure, too.
Yes. After 6
Fest.
martinis.
I think I've seen these looks during the show.
Probably.
Oh, man.
But right after 4 came out, Dell contacted us and was like, hey, I want to be your in-house artist. I want to do the next one.
So now this is the guy that did issue 4.
Yeah,
why not?
So,
he's fantastic.
Yeah,
I would pick him up on that.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, good.
So,
and you guys could still have your if you want to get like a big name to do the cover, you could still do that, or you could even do variant covers.
Right.
If he wants to do like a regular cover, you guys could do like.
There's going to be a surprise set coming out, but I'm not going to say who's going to do the cover.
Oh, look at you! See, you guys are already on that.
Dell is your artist going forward, would you say?
For now, unless he fucks up.
Oh, really? Up till 3. Look at that.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is Bartlett. Is this your wife?
Yeah.
Go away,
Did we just get you
Joe.
in trouble? Did we just get you in trouble?
We may have. Loose lips sink ships.
Yeah, right. No, but that issue 4 looks great.
So what's the
great job.
timeline on the next issue?
Not what we wanted.
This falls under that all the artists are fucking late.
No, this falls under Ben. Why aren't those fucking storyboards ready yet?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Right
we've been
on.
wicked busy. I mean, it's taken a toll on us with all the traveling out to New York, and it's hard.
Yeah.
It's
I
really,
want to
really
get
hard.
into so let everybody know what you guys are doing in New York. I think this is very cool what you're doing.
Well, one thing we're not doing is sleeping.
Yeah.
Yes. I can tell.
Well,
I can tell you guys
mean,
are busy men.
After this amount of time, any other indie creator would be so lucky to have an opportunity that you guys are currently having with being able to adapt your comic book to live action.
Yes.
And not only doing so, but actually starring in it personally.
Well,
you guys are having your cake and eating it too.
We are. We're producing it. Okay. We are starring in it. We are assisting with set building, lighting, the whole 9 yards.
So can you guys method actors or
No, we have no idea what we're fucking doing. Okay.
Yeah. I missed that class.
There's no script, and Bill's funny. He's like, okay, so set the scene for me, we build the set for whatever scene we're shooting.
Now Bill is the Bill Diamond, right?
Yes,
the Bill Diamond, the legend.
He's done what? He's done all kinds of puppet stuff, like Little House of Horror.
Jim Henson's Muppet
Jim Henson.
Stuff,
he's a staple at all the conventions.
Sesame Street.
Three Emmys.
3 Emmys. Yep. He's done commercials. I mean, you just Google it. Wikipedia will tell you more than I can.
Right.
Every time we go down there, we find something new.
Oh yeah, and but what I was trying to get at is he's no slouch in this industry.
Oh,
no.
It's not like you guys went to like cable access and like did the Wayne's World thing.
Right.
This is a legit production studio.
Right.
Yeah, I think one of the most commonly known things that Bill did was the puppet version of the Raven.
Maybe Lenny Clark can be Jeff's stunt double.
Hey, I'll tell you.
That's a good one, Harry.
I do my own stunts. Thank you.
Actually, so I was talking to Jeff because they were trying to get me down there on set to check things out. So busy schedule, actual job kind of screwed things up in that regard. But they sent me video from the set, and I'm seeing like things falling on top of these guys, injuries happening.
Well, you got the teaser? You guys got the teaser?
These guys gave me a teaser.
Let's see it.
So
let's play it.
Let's
roll
bring it
that
up here.
footage.
All right, let me press play here.
What the fuck are we gonna do now? Get high.
If you dare, we will would be so delighted for the chance to find you in this mess. We are the undecided. Because if you did, we would be so delighted for the chance to find you in despair.
It's more fun that way.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Did I see one of the wives in the back of the pickup truck?
No, that was you will see the wives.
Okay.
Because they both make appearances. We won't say when. But that was
That was one of the sponsors
from Green Matters.
Nice, nice. That was awesome. That was awesome.
Now
So
that's
Bill,
just a teaser.
Yeah, Bill's shooting the entire
This
thing.
is the
right?
reaction I love from the audience, and I agree. Toking with the Dead.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yes.
But anyway,
Exactly.
So this is great. So now is all the extras, the zombies, is that all people you know, or is it like stuff?
There are sponsors.
Really? Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So,
and Bill Diamond does all the makeup and everything?
Well, we have a makeup artist local from here in Plymouth. Okay, Tracy. She what's her? Yeah, Figly something or other. Figlioli.
Yeah.
I call her Figs.
Okay.
So here's the other thing that's really impressive about these guys. They've done that with zero crowdfunding, no Kickstarter, no Indiegogo. These guys whipped all of this up independently, which I just think is phenomenal.
It's not easy. I'll tell you, man, it's not easy. You know, because I'm just gonna be blunt. I mean, for one episode, and we're filming each one of our comics is gonna have its own episode filmed.
Okay.
It's about $30,000.
Wow.
Which is actually cheap compared to what it should be, but like Jeff said, I don't know why Bill likes us.
Yeah, so he's actually giving you a little bit of a break on it, is what you're saying.
He's given us a good break on it. But we wouldn't be able to do this without our sponsors.
Right. You're getting Emmy award-winning production at a third of the rate.
Right.
That's awesome. So you guys said that you're gonna film each issue, right? And one episode is an issue.
Yes.
So are you guys gonna go beyond? So are you gonna try to put out the issue, then make an episode? Is that how it's gonna work?
Basically what we're trying to do.
Okay.
And it's if it works that way, great, but in reality it probably will never happen that way.
Okay.
Release
or are you
a comic,
gonna work ahead a little bit, maybe?
Well, release a comic every 6 months.
That's the plan.
That's the plan.
Okay.
Release a film of each comic every 6 months, but have something new every 3 months. In other words, new comic comes out, issue 5 comes out, issue 2 film comes out 3 months later.
Gotcha.
Issue 6 comes out. You see what I mean?
Right. And how are you guys going to release that? Is that going to be something that's going to be for free, or are you guys going to try to make? Okay. That's what I was curious about. So what's the plan on releasing it in money and monetarily?
We're still trying to figure that out.
Okay, so it might be like a pay-per-view kind of like formula, maybe.
Well, I was on the phone with Bill today.
Okay.
In between shows, actually.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that next.
Ben doesn't even know this yet.
No. Oh, okay. So we got an exclusive here. All right.
Exclusive.
Okay.
ICR exclusive.
Thanks for filling me in.
Well,
no, we
have time.
Ben, wait. We gotta. Let's make Ben big. We gotta get the full reaction here.
Okay. Episode 1 or issue 1, as Bill calls it, because we have issues. Will be finished April 1st.
Okay. It's right around the corner.
Yeah. Okay.
I already knew that.
Ready for release.
Okay.
And ready to enter the Telly Awards.
Really?
Wow.
Awesome.
I knew that too.
Awesome.
What's the running time on the first episode?
24 minutes.
24 minutes. That's a standard like half hour running time. That's great. Are you guys going to throw commercials in there too, or is it like?
Well, that
If
depends on who
sponsors
picks
want
it
to step
up.
up.
Oh, look at that! You guys are already
Well,
thinking it. Do you guys have like natural commercial breaks in the episode, or is it going to be just at the beginning?
No,
and the
that's
end?
it's right now. It's a straight 24.
Okay, gotcha. Awesome. Well, that's great. That's great news. I also wanted to, while we're on this, wanted to share the picture Ben sent me.
Yeah,
that's fantastic. That's
awesome.
from the cover of issue 2, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's the cover of issue 2 that Bill decided to make into
a puppet.
A puppet.
And so that's coming
That's
in the
awesome.
second episode?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And
So that's going to be a fully
gonna be
animated puppet, like
Oh,
that's a
nice.
character in the episode.
Yes.
Well,
Awesome.
it's gonna make an appearance.
Okay.
Yes.
And I'm not gonna give away because episode 2 is
About
two-thirds filmed.
Okay.
Right now we're heading back down this Sunday for one of the last rounds of filming. We should be able to wrap up a good portion.
And then it'll be fillers and what we need after.
Yeah,
that,
and
so.
we'll usually do that when we go down because we go down twice a month and build sets.
Okay.
And
you guys help with that? You guys help?
Oh, yeah.
building the set?
Help
wow.
with it.
Awesome.
We build the fucking things.
Okay, so you guys are actually the legit like
There's
art
actually
directors and
there's actually a brand new video on the Facebook page
okay
of we're building a town.
We're building a town.
And the
in
video
the-
like shows
in
the
the
progression
studio.
of like building the town.
Oh no, we're building a town.
This will be the
They do
biggest.
everything from the sets to being
Yeah.
the best boy grip.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yes.
Right.
Like,
So
If you go to the Facebook page, there's a video of the first block.
okay.
I just
let me
sent him a
see.
picture of the block. So
Let me
when this
see
is
if I can
done,
find it.
it will.
I want to see the video actually. Oh, here it is. First look at our block street set. Is that the one?
Yeah, it's a video, right? It's been viewed over 2,000 times.
Yeah, it's like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, let me bring that up. Hang on.
We fire that up, play it in the background as we talk, unless there's audio.
Is there audio or is it
there's
like
music? There's music that plays behind it. So when this when this entire set is done, it'll be one of the largest in-house city sets on the East Coast. Yeah, you don't have to play the music.
Yeah, but we can keep, like Johnny said, keep it in the background here.
Yeah, there's no reason for music.
Yeah, let it play. Wow, look at that. That is insane. So you're saying that each episode's about $30K. Well, this is where the budget's going to.
No,
Well, that has nothing to do with the
totally
filming.
separate.
Totally separate.
Yes.
This is
Oh my
totally
God.
separate.
Smokes.
So we have prices attached for sponsors if they want to put a storefront in the actual film set. So they can contact us and we'll give them the prices. But that set that you're looking at is approximately 27 feet long by 28 feet tall.
Wow.
No,
Sorry.
So-
What is it?
it's 28 feet wide by about 18 feet tall.
Okay, because we didn't go all the way up past the windows.
And is this all still in Bill Diamond's like
This is in
warehouse?
his. This is in
This
his
is in the
studio.
studio.
Yes.
studio?
This is what he calls the runway. We
There's
can
Bill
actually-
right
There he
there.
is. There's
Yeah.
the man.
There's the man, the myth, the legend himself.
Nice.
So
The only man I
so-
know that's piloted a T-Rex.
So basically, what you're looking at right there,
Okay.
there will be 15 of those.
Wow.
So now this is the finished construction side of it. When we
Okay.
put it up before, it was just all blank. But all the dental moldings and that's all fabricated in house.
Someone wants to know who does the craft services and if the cookies are infused.
That would be our sponsors again.
Our sponsors do that, and yes.
So be careful which
Awesome.
sponsor you use.
That's great.
Guys, this is impressive. I mean,
Yeah.
like Johnny said, the fact that you're doing this without like crowdfunding and like, out of pocket.
Well, I
incredible.
can tell you that what
It'd be
you're
a lot
looking at,
easier.
what you're looking at right now, The
Mhm.
right-hand side is a company called GRE.
Okay.
Okay. The middle is Tangent Tattoo.
Okay.
Okay. And the left is a dispensary.
Okay. And these guys help
All
pay
sponsored it.
Yes. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So
That's
they
awesome. That's
they
the way to do
basically,
it.
yeah, they basically bought their third of the block, we call it. You know, which funds it. It funds it, you know.
Johnny, notice there's no comic stores like as sponsors here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
yet.
Like, what's that tell you about the comic industry? You know?
Not yet.
Yeah.
Well, this is only the first block. I mean, this is going to be an ongoing project. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Yeah.
So
you're gonna try to put like different sponsors in
we
each
want
building.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm gonna have to try something here.
Okay.
I'm gonna shoot out for a second. I'm not gonna sign off.
Okay. I think
But
you
I'm at 3%.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
So I've got to go get my charger, which means I have to lose these.
Okay.
No worries.
All right, but we'll
Well,
give
you
it a
think you
shot.
can mute yourself and turn your camera off if you
I'm
want.
gonna mute myself right now. I'll be back. I'm not going anywhere.
Okay. So I guess while Jeff is doing that, Ben, do you want to talk about the other thing you guys are doing? You actually have a program that happens today, right?
Oh, the broadcast show.
Yes.
So yeah, we started a live, similar to what you guys are doing. We started a live broadcast / podcast show because once the broadcast is finished, our producer will rip it down, ship it over to podcast platform, and then it goes out on 16 podcast platforms worldwide.
Oh wow.
But
Awesome.
we started this last December as a joke. Not really a joke, but a joke. We were sitting
just to have fun, like to get on.
We were sitting at Northeast Comic Con in November, and I was talking to Philo Barnhart. Now, Philo Barnhart is a Disney legend. You know, he created The Little Mermaid. He worked on The Secret of Nim. He worked on the original Star Trek at Disney. He worked for Hanna-Barbera. And we were chatting, and he's like, you know, I did one interview all year long. And I'm like, really? I would interview you in a heartbeat. And he's like, it's the 30th anniversary of The Little Mermaid. And the 40th anniversary of Star Trek. He goes, you'd think people would want to know about this. And I said, you know what? Let me talk to Jeff. So I talked to Jeff, and I talked to Leo Pond from the Dorkening. And I said, hey, listen, I want to do this and blah, blah, blah. And Jeff's like, no fucking way. No, I don't have time for this. I don't want to do fucking broadcast. This is not my thing. I want to be on a show like we are tonight, being interviewed about what we do. And
yeah. You don't want to run it.
I'm like, you know, I'm telling you, we got to try this, man. We just got to give it a shot. So we interviewed Philo last December. It was our debut. And we were like, oh, that was cool. So we're going to go every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And we'll do this because we were doing cons and everything.
That's what that sounds like familiar, huh, Johnny?
You know, well, that's what we said.
I was hesitant at first. I was like, okay, let's do this every 2 weeks. Now we're like twice a week.
We're doubling up on the one every week.
Unbelievable.
Right? Well, that's because of this pecademic or pandemic or whatever the fuck.
It is whatever's going on.
Yeah, well, the pecademic is, you know, you don't have to leave the house. You can run around fucking nude all day.
Ben, you know what? To compliment what you're saying here is the hardest part is actually starting it.
Well, yeah.
Once you have it going, it's easy, you know, because you're already in a groove, you know.
Well, I'll be honest with you. Starting it wasn't hard for Jeff and I, because we had Leo.
Oh,
now,
okay.
Leo runs the Dorkening Podcast Network. I mean, he runs a network of 34 shows that he produces 5 of.
Okay.
So I just contacted him with my idea, and I was like, listen, this is, you know, what we want to try to do. And, you know,
he's back.
He goes, well, that's a great idea, but like, what kind of guest do you want to do? What, like, do you want to do comic books or this? And I said, no, we want to do everything. And he goes, well, what do you mean? And I said, well, I got Philo Barnhart lined up to do a show. I said, but right after that, I got these kick-ass cats out of Little Rock, Arkansas called Hell Camino. That's a band.
Okay.
And he's like, okay, I'm getting this. I said, right after that, I have 3 ladies from the cannabis industry that, you know, I don't know what the fuck that was.
Yeah, I don't know what that was either.
a little bit of weird shit going on there just now.
Yeah.
So anyway, we decided to start interviewing all walks from all industries. So we do cannabis-based shows. We do cancer. We do any show that would actually be a really good story. It doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah, if it's an interesting guest, you know, have them come on.
No, we've had some really good shows. It should have been great, and the guests were kind of like, "Oh my god, dude, I want to beat you with a fucking stump." You're so you know, it's like, you know, you're watching the clock up here in the corner, going, "Really? It's only been 15 minutes, and I want to blow my fucking brains out."
Yeah. I mean, I think that just happens with everybody, especially if you don't know the guests beforehand. You know?
Well, no, because the guest I'm referring to, we actually fucking knew.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
it
was
ended
kind
up
of a
just
shock.
not being good. It happens. It happens.
So, but as we moved forward with it, we decided, you know, hey, I said, you know, Johnny knows this. The biggest thing about independent comics and independent things, movies, whatever it is, never be afraid to ask somebody. Ever.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who that person is. We walked up to Joe St. Pierre. We said, "This is what we're doing." Boom. Are you interested? He said, "Yeah." Levine, same thing. Diamond said no.
Okay.
We walked up to Bill Diamond and said, "We want to film this live action." And he goes, "You're not ready."
No, go ahead.
That was 2 years ago. Now we're ready.
Oh, wow.
But don't be afraid to ask. So I started behind the scenes reaching out to agents, PR firms, and things like that, going, "Hey, I see that, you know, who's the freaking guy that we had on from the Lost Boys? The saxophone player from the beach on the Lost Boys.
Oh, Tim Capello.
Timmy Capello, thank you. So we had, I reached out to his agent. I'm like, "I want Timmy on the show." 2 weeks later, I had him booked. Now I'm booking 2 months in advance.
Yeah, that's what's happening to us too, which is
You know?
crazy. Like,
Yeah.
Is this giving you guys feedback?
What's up?
Is this giving you guys feedback?
No, you're
No,
okay.
no, good.
No, but you're so close to the screen, I can see up your fucking nose. Better trim those nose hairs before we film.
Awesome.
But yeah, so we go live every Wednesday night at 7. You know, it goes live on 9 platforms at the same time, and then gets flipped through I don't know how many other ones that he's got running. And then and that's pretty much, I mean, tonight we had people chiming in from Sweden, from Maui.
Oh, that's awesome.
We have people that jump in from the UK from time to time. We've had people from the Ukraine jump in.
Oh,
and
wow.
From the furthest points of Alaska. It's
kidding.
crazy.
No Russian collusion, though. No Russian collusion.
That's awesome.
Can you hear us all right, Jeff?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So,
Jeff is just on Martini 4, so don't mind him.
Yeah, right.
Oh. Well, no, I had to lose the earphone.
Oh, to get the
The anal beads.
Yeah. All right, so we're coming up on like an hour and 15 minutes or so. So we're gonna start like winding down here. Did you guys have any other stuff going on that you wanted to mention? Like, I think we touched upon everything a little bit, right?
Well, Johnny touched upon me for sure.
Oh, he's a hugger. He's a hugger.
I am a hugger, that's for sure.
Listen, I'll tell you, man, I miss his bear hugs.
I know.
He's like a giant fucking teddy bear, that guy.
Well, I guess that's one thing I miss is like seeing you guys at shows, being at shows, you know, this past year.
The interaction.
Yeah, I'm hoping like next year things will be back to normal.
Yeah, you guys can't pass joints and share them when there's a pandemic going on, right? You just gotta smoke and roll
Like
your
hell.
own.
Like hell.
Yeah.
Listen, if you want to pass the joint with me, it's all good.
Right on.
Nice. But Ed, did you guys have anything else going on that you wanted to talk about or mention, promote?
Everything we're doing.
Everything
Everything we're doing, but not only everything that we're doing, but everything that people like Keith are doing and Johnny are doing. Get out there, man. Support your indie artists.
Awesome.
You know, don't walk up to them and say, "Hey, can I get that for free?" No, walk up there and pay the $5 fucking.
Yeah, or even say,
Amen.
someone draws this stuff, How many times have you heard that one?
Yeah, I mean, just like hearing the budget that these guys have gone through, several different artists, TV production budgets, all these things, all the hard work that's going in. I hope a little of this is an example for other aspiring creators out there to see that with a lot of hard work, you can do something amazing, like go as far as build actual town sets from the comic book that you wrote.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah,
it's amazing.
If
and
anybody
go ahead, Jeff.
Get involved, just reach out.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a shitload of information on our website at stilltoking.com.
Yeah, I put in the description all your links. I have your Facebook, I have your Twitter, I have your Instagram, and your website, I believe, there. So
yeah, the website. I mean, if you go to the website, you can find out everything that we're doing, everybody that we're involved with. We actually have links in there.
Is that the best place to get news and like find out about new things? Is it the Facebook?
The Facebook page is because if we're on the road, we're on the Facebook page.
You always updating that.
But
so you guys, go ahead.
If you want to know everything about what we're doing, as far as because we offer sponsorship for comic, we offer sponsorship for the live show, we offer the sponsorship for filming, for sets. So there's tons of ways to get involved.
You can even sponsor a Ziffit.
That's right.
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
Right. There'll be 25 Ziffits for the Ziffit movie, and that's it.
So
basically, somebody can sponsor a Ziffit at an unheard of low price for a Bill Diamond puppet to boot.
Awesome.
And then, after the filming, they get the Ziffit.
How much?
Oh, really? Oh, cool.
I'll talk to you behind the scene.
And then we'll know in a few weeks what you guys are going to do with episode 1. Is that like where people can get it and how they can buy it or rent it?
We're gonna launch the official trailer during our live show next Wednesday. So about 7. If people don't want to watch the show, it's going to be on probably about between 7:20 and 7:40 sometime. It'll be when we go to commercial break, and we'll actually launch the official trailer.
Okay.
Because we have an amazing guest next week. We have Steve Matthews, aka Argyle Goolsby, the lead singer and frontman from Blitzkid.
Oh wow! Okay.
Who actually wrote the song for episode 1's intro that you saw tonight, and he's doing the entire score for the movie.
Oh, awesome!
Great.
For the series.
That's fantastic.
And just to give him a plug, I mean, he's amazing. He did the score for Nosferatu that just came out through the Witch's Dungeon. And I believe he did the score for Unmasking the Phantom of the Opera, which was just brought into the Rondo Awards.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
Awesome. Very cool, guys. That's
but
awesome.
there you go. I plugged that.
So follow the Facebook page for updates on not only the show that they're doing, but also future comics and future con appearances too, right?
Yeah, we're starting to book. We're going to be, let's see. I know we have Sci-Fi Horror Fest that we're doing this year, already booked. Evil Expo is booked.
Okay.
Tidewater.
And Tidewater Horror Convention in Virginia.
Oh, wow. You guys are really getting around. Awesome.
Yeah, basically we're doing Virginia, Pennsylvania, and Vernon, New York right now.
Sweet. Awesome. That's the way to do it too, is to get out, get around, get to different like states, not just around New England, which is what I got to do.
Well, we did the whole New England scene for the first 2.5 years. And don't get me wrong, we love the New England scene. We love everybody in our con family, some more than others.
Yeah.
I have an aversion to Hawaiian shirts lately.
So
someone's asking for the Facebook link, so let me do that.
It's actually
right here.
1, 2, 3. It's 3 comments above their comment. Amy's Birdhouse.
Oh, there he goes. Yep.
There you go.
There you go.
But yeah, we want to start branching out across the country, and it basically boils down to money. So we're hoping once episode 1 comes out that we break past that plane of where we're at, and it's the phone call of we'll pay to bring you out here.
Yeah,
you know,
that's the ultimate goal, right?
You know, well, it is.
Yeah.
You know, let's be realistic. We're all indie creators here. You don't make money on indie comics.
Yeah,
it's what you make from the comic that makes you
right. It's that perseverance and that staying around, and like, you know, definitely. All right,
Staying
that's
active.
great. So anybody that wants to follow these guys, the links are in the description of the video. This video will be live on
I think we lost Jeff.
The YouTube page. Yeah, I know he dropped off. The YouTube page tomorrow, so the links will be in the description of the video. Johnny, you got anything you're promoting? Anything?
Well, first I just wanted to say thank you guys. Thank you, Ben, for coming on the show.
Yeah,
please tell Jeff if he doesn't come back on. You know, we appreciate you guys taking the time. I'm very proud of you guys and all the work you've done in the short time I've known you, but I know that you guys are you're hustlers. You know how to get the job done. And, you know, I think a lot of aspiring creators should really take a hard look at, you know, what you guys have done and everything you have done, especially considering with the limitations of, you know, not going towards crowdfunding and all that stuff. That speaks leaps and bounds. Second, the only thing new I have going on this week at this very moment is we just released the second episode of the top 10 of 2020 for Movie Preview Show. That was the one that you were a part of, Keith.
Yeah.
So that podcast is out there right now. If you go to the Movie Preview page on Facebook, you can find that, or you can go on any of your podcasts, just search for Movie Preview Show. The P has brackets on either side of them.
Yeah.
Brackets.
And then
brackets.
Just for the channel, Johnny, we got a bonus episode tomorrow night
Yes.
with Jared Brown. Was it?
Yep, Jared Brown.
Yeah, Jared Brown.
He's actually on Nerds of the Round happening right now. But tomorrow night, he's going to be with us. We're going to have another special episode bringing Jared in, talking about the active Kickstarter happening right now and issue 2 of Advent Dark, which I wrote.
Awesome. And Johnny, I've been kicking around. I went, before we go, I went and looked. So we actually started this channel in May last year. So I'm thinking, like, on our anniversary, which is coming up in a couple months, maybe we finally do our open mic night as like an anniversary thing where creators come in and they got 5 minutes and they can pitch whatever they want. They can show a trailer. They can pitch their comic. They can show preview artwork, talk about it you get 5 minutes to talk about it. And then
you 5 minutes of fame.
Maybe an exclusive Toking Dead trailer.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Who knows?
You never know.
Flip show,
you never know.
And then you already
maybe we can do one better. Maybe we can get an invite down to the studio and you guys can go live from the studio.
Oh, that would be cool. I wouldn't mind doing that either.
Yeah.
And then Bill can run around and like come up behind you with the ziffits or
that might be cool.
Me and Johnny like a puppet. You know?
Yeah. I already feel worked like a puppet. I spent 3 years being worked like a puppet.
Yeah, right. But yeah, and then I'll premiere the trailer that I showed at the beginning of the show again.
That was awesome, by the way.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I had this vision in my head, and I was like, I have to get it out. And I
don't know if you saw me backstage, but I was laughing my ass off.
Dude,
like,
so good.
Everyone's played that game, you know. Everyone's played that Nintendo game, you know.
And then when Johnny came out, and he was like, "That reminded me of Punch Out," and I'm like, "Yes,
yes,
yes." It had total Punch Out vibes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely.
So,
all right, guys. So we're gonna conclude this episode for tonight. We'll be back tomorrow night again with a bonus episode. And this one's actually one that Johnny worked on. So I'll be interested in learning how you guys work together and all that kind of stuff.
We'll get all into it then.
Yeah, and then actually next week we got 2 back-to-back episodes again on Wednesday and Thursday.
We're just coming at you hot.
So many Kickstarters and crowdfunding going on. It's like we can't keep up. But anyways, it's a good thing. Keeps us going, right?
Right.
So, all right, guys. Well, thanks a lot for joining us, and
thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks, Ben. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you guys We'll see all
Hopefully
the
soon.
audience tomorrow
See you
night.
tomorrow night.
All right, guys. Have a good one.